I would just like to get some feedback from the last 2 days at the Paper Source Symposium. Can you just give us some feedback on how you found it and what you learned?
Absolutely. The Paper Source conferences are always a wealth of information and just a tremendous amount of value. And the speakers that come, they're there to provide quality information that you can start working the information on Monday morning and bring it to the streets. The nice part is all the networking that goes on, both with the speakers and with the other brokers that are here. And it's just a wealth of information. Okay. It's an event not to miss.
A little bit about your background, why you came.
I actually live just outside of Montreal, Canada. So this is the first time I've been to the Paper Source, but it's been a great event. I like that there's no pitching from the stage. It's just pure education, and it's been really, really informative. I've learned a lot, and I've been in the note industry for about 5 years, and I'm still learning new things all the time. So it's been great. Other events you go to, oftentimes it's the big, everyone to the back of the room, buy my thing, and it's kind of a turn-off, and there's been absolutely none of that here, which has been refreshing.
Well, thank you.
Great.
I've never been to a note forum before, and the speakers have been fantastic, and I've learned a tremendous amount about the world that I never knew existed, and that you've really organized it well, so there's plenty of room for networking and learning from other people, and the presenters have been so friendly and willing to engage my questions that are like beginner questions that maybe I should know this stuff before I came, but I've been really just welcomed, and I feel very enthusiastic to learn more. I have an IRA that's just sitting, and I don't really know how to deal with it because I just turned it from a 401k to an IRA, and so I have lots of ideas of how to use notes in an IRA and how my IRA can now grow and make money as opposed to just sitting and depreciating. And then I've never heard of factoring before, but once I was exposed to the idea, it made a lot of sense, and I can see all different ways that it's being used, and that I have been exposed to it as a consumer but just didn't know it. So that was kind of neat.
Exactly.
Yeah, and so just learning about industries, I mean, it's kind of learning about the world you didn't know and existed, and then that opens up big new worlds of just mountains of research I can do, and yeah. So yeah, thank you. Thanks for hosting it.
I've learned a lot of things here. I really have, and they've all been interesting and somewhat exciting. But eventually, one is going to have to make a choice, is what I should say, whether it's factoring, whether it's note selling, or anything like that. But they've all been very interesting, great presentations. And one thing I think that's exciting about it too, you're here, so you know the true story. And when you decide to go forward, regardless of what field it may be, it's a situation where you've got the back room behind you. You've got all these vendors out there that can help you with the deal that you're trying to make. You feel like you have a support group behind you. I think that's the wisdom of this event here.
Why did you come here?
So I only discovered the notes business just a short time ago, a few months ago. I've been dealing with tenants and rental properties for several years now, and discovered the notes business, and I realized this is a better way. No tenants, no toilets, no termites. You own the paper. You're dealing with more responsible people who have something to gain and something to lose. And I mean, my goal is to be retired in 2 years because my investments in notes and my investment in education in the notes business. There's a great opportunity in notes that's available right now. I appreciate all the education that Paper Source provides on the website, all the videos and materials you've presented. I learned a lot from those, and a tremendous amount from all the speakers and events here these past few days. I really appreciate that this is purely educational. No one's here trying to sell you stuff, and I feel like here I'm getting the foundations to be very successful in this business, and I'm determined to be successful very soon. And I really want to thank Bill and Allison for putting this event on. I realize it is a tremendous amount of work, and they are doing it for the love of the people they're teaching here and for the love of the business and for sharing the opportunities and knowledge that have been passed down to them. And I really appreciate what you've done to make this happen.
Well, thank you for being here.
Hi there, Kathy. This is we're at the Note Symposium here in Las Vegas. We'd just like to get your input on how it's going for you.
I think it's great. I've learned a lot of stuff here that I had no clue even existed. So I would highly advise and recommend it to anybody who's interested in learning new ways of creating capital and getting more retirement income.
Wow, 1989, you've been a Paper Source subscriber. Wow, wow,
I wrote
wow.
him a note. I said, Bill, going, because, keep, doing, because I enjoy every word. Even I read a lot of newsletter all over, lawyers, attorneys, California, everything. But one of the best news that I read every time it's come, even I'm busy, I read every word of the news. This economy, the last 3 years, I do a lot of loan mods and short sale, like an REO and things like that, training and everything. And it's really fit very well, that you have this occasion for, all of them, not, business now. It's perfect for the right, the right time. And you did a great job.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yes, sir.
How have you found the event so far?
The event's been very good. It's remarkably well presented. The speakers have been terrific. I've gotten a lot of good information that I wouldn't have found otherwise. I became introduced to Notes about a year ago, and just been trying to grow my business as we go from there. This has been a very helpful opportunity.
Well, this is my first exposure, so it's actually been really, really informative. And the best way to describe it is I was finally able to connect the dots so that I can make my transition from being a real estate broker into performing notes.
How did you find the event today?
I really enjoyed it, and I think I really appreciate that it's speakers and not really a hard sell of anything. I really appreciated that part of it.
I think the best part about this is the networking with everybody and comparing notes with other note buyers, and then you always come away with several new ideas, for your business coming out of this. So it's very worthwhile. It's been great.
It's been an awesome symposium. It was my first time. I've been operating on the real estate side and just tried to look into notes, and great amount of valuable information, lots of eye-openers, lots of ahas.
Hi, we're here at the Paper Source Note Symposium in Las Vegas. Can you give us your input on how it's been going for you?
Very well. I'm trying to learn a lot about the note business because I'm relatively new, and I really feel that this gives me a basis of moving forward.
Okay, great.
I'm starting to make some deals, and I've got a lot of advice from the speakers here. Fantastic. I've got like 14 pages of notes, and I'm still writing.
Well, I think it's been going really well. I've recently purchased some notes, and I came here looking for some advice on how to work through them and how to make sure my business was set up properly, and I've been getting some great advice so far.
Finally, I'd like to thank everyone who's done business with us over the years. And this seems to be somewhat of a reunion for all of us, and I'm happy to see everyone. It's great to get out of the office and get a face-to-face with everyone, and I encourage everyone who's new to the industry.
He says prospecting isn't a question. Sales isn't a solution. And that's basically it. You're always trying to get people to ask you questions, and then you give them a solution to the question problem. Questions often have to do with the problem. Business cards do that for you. If you take a look, for example, at a broker's business card in factoring, up in the right-hand corner, you'll have products listed. And it'll say, commercial factoring, purchase order finance, import, export, trade, for fading, FORFAITING, equipment leasing. You give out that business card, and somebody takes a
Yep, $5. Yep. Jack's gonna call.
Note Symposium 2013.
Say that again?
Note Symposium 2013.
There you go. 2014, I hope.
2014 as well. We'll see you there.
All right.
Hey! Note Symposium 2013.